Oh God, I really am going bald. Before we begin, I wasn't going to make this video because I do love Twitch. I really do. Some of the best friends I've ever made in my life that will remain my friends forever were made on that platform or because of that platform. And if you're one of those people that follows me on Twitter, username PopsArcade, you will know that recently I decided to make a trial run of going exclusive on YouTube. And since then, some not so great things in the Twitch sphere have occurred or have been announced. So for that reason, I am not going back to Twitch ever. And I don't think you should either. I just realized the filter I had on my camera made my forehead look kind of weird, so let's continue. Now, there were multiple reasons why I left. My number one concern, which has since been eliminated, was the gambling issue. For those of you who don't know, people were streaming their play on online gambling websites, and the morality issue aside, frankly, I don't care about the morality issue. The issue I had was that a lot of people were streaming these from the United States with a VPN. Now, if those of you who were around in 2007, when online gambling was made illegal in America, you know that the FBI doesn't play around with that. And the FBI technically had the right to seize Twitch's domain and shut it down, like they did with Pirate Bay with piracy. Now, Twitch has since said they're going to ban the gambling streams, so that's not really an issue, but there is more at play here. Another thing is, on September 21st, Twitch made an announcement saying that for their partners, once their contracts are up, the new terms on their offers for an extension will restructure their deal so that way once they make past $100,000, their split on ads, subs, etc. will go from 70-30 to 50-50 past $100,000. And you may be thinking, well, I'm an affiliate. It's going to be 50-50 for me no matter what. Why does that matter? Well, think of it this way. The estimates I've seen do vary. Some say it's 70%, some say it's 20 to 30%, but basically the top 0.01% of everyone that streams on Twitch makes anywhere from 20 to 30% of the platform's revenue, and some say even 70%. Let's go with the most conservative. Let's say it's 20%. Bear in mind, for many of those people, YouTube will reach out with a financial incentive. So, on top of the 70-30 split they provide on ad revenue and memberships, which is like their version of subscriptions, it's kind of like an alternative to Patreon as well. It's kind of a mix. On top of that, there will be a financial incentive. Think like what Ludwig got. Now, I don't know the number, but apparently it was generous. A lot of those people are going to make the switch. And you may be thinking, well, good, that's just more room for me. Well, people have left before. No one's really taken their spot. No one's small anyway. So that's a minimum of 20% of Twitch's revenue that has the potential to just disappear over the course of the next year or two. And you're thinking, well, they're owned by Amazon. Well, they can afford it. Well, within that announcement, they mentioned that one of their reasons was the financial burden of keeping their servers running. Now, some people say it's bullshit. I think it may be a little closer to the truth than some people suspect. Now, and bear in mind, the link to that announcement is in the article if you want the full context. And I think that maybe Twitch's ultimate downfall is that they're not investing in an algorithm that allows smaller creators to be found properly. And the people that have gotten the most benefit are now getting more and more incentive to leave. And unless they make an almost overnight change on how small creators can be found on the platform without having to leverage another platform, I think a lot of their money is going to disappear fairly quick. In order to be fair, from a viewer's experience on a live stream, Twitch is winning. Now, there is the Truffle TV Chrome extension that Ludwig put out. If you go into theater mode, it does make the YouTube stream look very similar to Twitch. But as far as like something that Google itself is doing, it's not there yet. But you look at the ability to find live streams, like more and more are being suggested for me. And I also, if you watch one or two, you'll get way more suggested to you. And also, even on the YouTube TV app, which is how I personally like to consume YouTube, there is um, they recently did an update to where under the More tab, there is a section for live streams. It's not perfect. And then there is also the gaming section, which also contains a lot of live streams. And like I just said, it's not perfect, But I feel like YouTube is making an effort to make the live stream experience better, easier to find, and better for creators. Meanwhile, with Twitch, I think they've been resting on their laurels a little too long. Even though, from a live stream viewer perspective, Twitch has way more viewers than YouTube, YouTube has more visitors in total. Like, every article I found is about a year old, so it may be a little dated, but I think it's still accurate in the sense that YouTube is the second most visited website in the entire world, Google.com being number one, obviously. So, as they make more and more moves to make live streams more accessible and easier to find for small creators, with the viewer base they have, I think long term it's going to pay off because, like Twitch said, apparently they're having trouble keeping their servers running. And now they're cutting pay from the people that bankroll the platform as far as getting people over there to watch. Long term, I think Twitch is going to turn into a MySpace. Like, it's going to exist, but no one's going to care. So, unless Twitch makes some serious moves to make smaller creators easier to find, which if they had done that, that also would have led to more revenue. I just don't see a long term benefit to staying on Twitch. And I hate that. Because again, some of the best friends I've ever made, whether it be on the internet in real life, came from Twitch. And frankly, I'm rambling. And there's probably only a small handful of my Twitter followers who are going to even care. But yeah, it's like a bad breakup. I love Twitch. And some of the most fun I've ever had in life was on that platform. But just like a bad relationship, both sides have to care for the other. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And even though YouTube isn't perfect, they are getting better. And I'm not going anywhere. And this is the platform where I'm going to stay. It's been another episode of Pops Arcade, and I'll see you next time.